What's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be another college video because those have been super requested lately, and I've been planning on doing them for a while now, and now that I finished my freshman year, kind of know what's up. So today's video is going to be all about my freshman year and kind of what I did. I've seen a few people do this like after each year in college or even high school, just like I already did my freshman year in review, which I'll leave up there if you want to watch it. And that was just talking about like all my memories and everything I did freshman year, but now I'm going to be talking about like academics, what classes I took, what organizations I got in and stuff like that. And then I'm going to probably do a video in the future like Dear College Freshman, because I know a lot of people watch those and do those. I have my laptop right here and I'm just going to open it up and talk about all the classes I took and everything. Not everything that I would have done differently, because that's probably going to be a different video that I'm talking about that in. But I definitely do want to touch on every way that I got involved and then all the classes that I took, because so many people that are going to college next year and even like FSU are reaching out to me saying like, oh my gosh, like what classes do I take and whatever. So I don't know, I just thought it'd be a fun video to film. I don't think I've seen anybody do something like this, like where they talked about what classes they took, and I just thought it would be fun and interesting to do. So that is what I'm gonna do. I'm not going to talk about the professors that I had in my video just because I feel like that would be like violating their privacy, but if you go to FSU and you want to know what professors I had and if I recommend them, shoot me a DM on Instagram or Twitter and I will absolutely tell you what professor I had and tell you if I recommend them or not. Yeah, that's all I got. So I just finished my freshman year at Florida State. Obviously you can tell by the title of this video and just my channel and whatever, but I started over the summer, so I've now been there for 3 semesters, 2 I guess full semesters and then 1 shorter semester, but I've been there for 3 semesters now. I've loved every second of it and it's just been a blast and I can't wait for the next 3 years. But I just want to say before I get into this video that the classes that you have to take obviously depend on your major, depend on how many credits you came in from high school. I came into college with about 30 credits and I had just taken those classes in high school, whether I did dual enrollment through my community state college or I did a ton of ACE and AP classes. So I came in with 30 credits. So when I came in, I was already considered halfway or like a little bit more than halfway done with my freshman year. So I was almost a sophomore and now I'm considered a junior, which is interesting. But I'm still graduating on time and everything, like graduating at the normal time that I would, just because I have still so many classes to take for my major, but credit wise I'm considered a junior. So that's my thing. If you come in like with a different amount of credits or you have a different major, you're gonna have to take different classes and you're gonna have different requirements for every major. But for me, I didn't have to take any math classes. I finished those in high school. I only had to take 1 English class because I finished the rest in high school, and I only had to take 1 science class because I had finished the rest in high school. But obviously, if you have a science or math major or something like that, you're gonna have to take more science and math classes. But I'm a public relations major, so I didn't have to take any more science and math classes. And yeah, only 1 English class. So I started, like I said, summer 2019, and I took 2 classes since I was there for summer C, which is their 6-week session, well, one of their 6-week sessions. I took American history, which I didn't do so hot in, and that was mostly because of the professor. I shouldn't say the professor. The professor was really good and I did learn a lot from him. Just history isn't my forte. I should have probably done this class online because it would have been a lot easier for me. I took that along with computer fluency, and computer fluency was online. It's required for, I think, most majors. So I took that and that settled a requirement for one of my majors, or for my major. So I took those 2 classes and that was 6 credits. So I took 6 credits in my summer C and that was super fun and fresh. And yeah, the computer fluency class, super easy. American history, a little bit harder for me, but again, if you're a history person, it's gonna be easier for you. Fall 2019, I took 13 credits and yeah, obviously it was stepping up from 2 classes to 4, kind of 5 classes. I took 4 classes and then a lab, and the lab was only 1 credit, so it was I don't know. I don't know if it was 4 or 5 classes, but it was 13 credits. So I took the principles of advertising. This was a requirement for my major, but it also just sounded super interesting, and I love advertising and marketing and, you know, stuff like that. PR, you know, gotta love that stuff. So yeah, I took that. I thought it would be an easy class. It was a lot, I struggled with it a lot more than I thought I would, because the way that the professor did it, the only 3 things that factored into your grade were the three exams. So like I'm not a good test taker, and I use that as an excuse, but it probably shouldn't be an excuse, but I cannot take tests for the life of me. So I didn't do so hot on any of the tests, which made me not get a great grade in the class. I still passed, but I did learn a lot of very interesting stuff in that class. A lot of it was a review for me because I took a ton of advertising classes in high school. But yeah, it was a very fun class. The professor that I had retired, and he no longer teaches there, so I don't know anything about like the new professors that teach it, but principles of advertising, it was a good class, and I did learn a lot. Then I took a forensic science class, and I guess I took 2 sciences this year, which I didn't even realize, but yeah. I took a forensic science class. It satisfied the requirement of one of my sciences. There's like a natural science and then a lab science. I think it probably required my lab, or filled my lab science. So I took forensic science, which was super cool. I took this one online, and it was really interesting, but I'm always into like crime series and documentaries and movies and whatever. So that was super cool. And then I took the lab that went along with it, which was my 1 credit lab. So I had the 3 credit class and then the 1 credit lab, and I took both of those online. It was interesting to have a lab online. What they did is they sent me, it's probably different for every school and even every class at FSU, but they sent me a box of like all the materials that I would need for the semester, and then whenever I had a lab, they'd just be like, okay, grab your blah blah blah, you know. It was really cool. Then I took Intro to Cinema Studies, which was, I can put the codes for all of this stuff on the screen so you guys like know what it is, but I took Intro to Cinema Studies. My minor is Film Studies, so this was a requirement for one of like the classes I needed for my minor. It was super fun. It was mostly a review because, again, I took a film class in high school, and I know a lot about film just like with my own research that I do because I'm so obsessed with it. But it was fun. You basically just watched a different movie every week, answer questions on it, and then you would learn like a different lesson every week. Obviously, you know, sound mixing, all about acting, all about, I don't know. It was just super fun, and just a class that was just right up my alley, and I loved it. And then I took another online class. So I had 2 in-person classes and 2 online classes. So yeah, this one was online. It is called New Media and Social Change. And it was an interesting class. It was a little bit harder because it was a level 4,000 class, but it was interesting. It talked about kind of how the internet and stuff like that is changing society, and I don't know, it was interesting, but it was a lot harder, and it was a lot more like research paper based just because it was a higher level class. But yeah, I don't remember. I think I just took this because I know Blake was taking it, and I need another online class because I wanted to have Tuesday, Thursday classes, and then I just needed another class, and it sounded somewhat interesting, so I took that. Okay, the classes that I took for this past spring semester, so spring 2020, obviously it looked a little bit different because half of it was online, but I took 12 credits. I took macroeconomics. I need macro and micro to satisfy the language requirement. So at FSU, they can, you know, most majors require like you to learn a second language, and they offer a business language, and you have to take statistics, macro, and micro. So I just took macro. I'm taking micro in the and then I took ENC 2135, which is just the English like composition class that everybody's required to take at FSU. So that was the one English class that I did have to take. I took this one online, and I would recommend taking it online because a lot of the work is online based anyways. It's, you know, all writing based. Then I took my other science that I had to take. I think this one satisfied the natural science requirement, and I took Intro to Environmental Science. This one was good. The professors that we had were really good, and it was really easy. I think I ended up getting like 105 in the class because they did extra credit every day, and it was amazing. But I did learn a lot in that class, and again, it was really good. So yeah. And then I took Humanities, which this one is called The Art of Being Human, and it satisfied let me tell you, I think it satisfied just like the humanity credit. I can log on and tell you exactly what it satisfied. Okay, never mind. The like FSU website is down right now, so I'm not telling you. I took the humanities class. It satisfied a requirement. I think there's like, that was one of 6 classes that satisfied the humanities requirement, so you could either take that or the 5 other classes that they offer that, you know, satisfy that requirement. So I chose humanities. I think a lot of people do humanities. It was not my favorite class. It was very boring for me just because I don't like that stuff, and it just doesn't strike me as interesting at all. But like, if it strikes you as interesting, you know, you do you. Just not my thing. The class was easy. It was just like sitting through the lectures was terrible for me because I just don't find any of that stuff interesting. But that was just me. So that was everything I took my freshman year for academics. So I took 31 credits my freshman year. I loved all those classes. Actually, some of them were more boring than others, but overall I had a great freshman year academic wise, and it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. As bad or as hard as I thought it would be. It was a lot harder over summer, and I kind of got really discouraged because I was doing so bad in my history class, but the fall and spring semester were a lot better than the summer classes. For organizations that I got involved in, I rushed in the fall. That was amazing. I definitely recommend. Honestly, I recommend anybody going through the process. The process was really eye-opening for me. I ended up finding a place that I loved. If you don't find a place you love, there's so many other things to do on campus. I also started writing for Her Campus, which I'll put their Instagram on the screen right here. Basically, it is an online publication at FSU, and they have it at so many schools nationwide. And I just write an article every week, and it gets published, and it's super fun. And they give you mostly free range on what you can write about, and it's just super fun. So if you're into writing or whatever, awesome. I did it because I thought it would expand my portfolio for public relations, and it has, and it's been really fun and taught me a lot. I also got involved with Dance Marathon at FSU. I had gotten involved with Dance Marathon in high school, and I just knew I was going to do it in college. So yeah, DM at FSU, definitely recommend. The greatest thing ever, and I will always say that. So those are the 3 big things that I'm involved in is Greek life, DM at FSU, and Her Campus. And those are the 3 things that I chose to get myself involved with. I'm also getting myself involved with the film school a little bit and acting in anything that they need me to do. That is everything that I did my freshman year, and I guess things that I will be doing my sophomore year. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.